Well, at least 3 children were defiled daily in Ghana in the years 2015, 2016 and 2017. The figures were contained in the 2017 Criminal Investigations Department's Annual Crime Statistics Report. Gender Minister-designate Cynthia Morrison is attributing this to fear, poverty and lack of education. She says her outfit is working to make some shelters for defiled children fully functional, and that will create a safer space for them. Maxwell Agbagba has a report. But before we get into that report, here are some statistics. So here is what you need to know about the statistics.
According to the 2017 Criminal Investigations Department Annual Crime Statistics, 1,630 cases of sexually abused children were reported in 2015 alone. In 2016, 1,341 were reported. In 2017, 1,685 cases of children who were defiled were reported. It is instructive to note that these figures exclude rape. Greater Accra led as the region with the highest number of cases of sexually abused during the period. Executive Director of the Human Rights Advocacy Center, Cynthia Nimo Apredu, says the victims could be more as a lot of defilement cases go unreported.
In truth, these figures may not even be the actual representation of what happens. Some people do not report. Okay, so these figures are not even the true representation. There are other sociocultural factors. There's stigma. The people who do these things are very closely related to the victims, and so you find that they have a difficulty in reporting. And so that is probably the first challenge. So to curb that challenge, we have to go out and educate people. We need to sensitize. We need to go into the school.
Speaking on the Super Morning Show, the director of the Center for Juvenile Delinquency, Dennis Ajay Numo, called for a special fund to support children who are defiled.
If you do not have money, the way the system has been structured, you cannot get justice. We can decide that we are going for an element of a special purpose, taxation or a special dedication based on law, so that appropriation bill, whenever it's passed, would designate that an amount of 0.01 of the consolidated fund should be designated for child victims, so that there's a victim support fund in which there is money put in the fund. Otherwise, if we put them in the general category of consolidated fund, every year the government will say there's no money.
Gender Minister-designate Cynthia Morrison says her outfit is working to get some shelters for defiled children fully functional.
The first person I called was my director, and she also confirmed that it is on the increase. So we have to create awareness. We have to work with the school, head teachers. We don't have counselors in all. We don't even have shelters where we keep the children when they are defiled. So they go back to the same people, the same relatives that molest them. So we look at that, where to keep the children after they have reported. We already have some shelters, we have some homes. So all we have to do is identify the number of homes that we have.
Children who are defiled are left with psychological trauma, bruised for life, as the innocence of these children is lost to the libido of men who are sometimes old enough to be their fathers. It is important for a safe net to be created to protect them. Also, the laws must be made to bite hard enough to deter others.
So those are the very scary statistics there. But Maxwell Agbagba joins me in the studio now. He's going to give us a breakdown of those statistics. Maxwell, it's good to have you, even though we're not talking else about such a pleasant story. Yeah. Give us a breakdown.
Okay, so first of all, let me just state, as we mentioned in the report, this figures are actually coming from the Criminal Investigations Department, and it's part of their 2017 annual crime rates, reports. Now, in Ashanti region, in the year 2016, let me start off with 2015. In 2015, in the Ashanti region, on cases of defilement, we've deliberately excluded rape. Just to focus on defilement. So
defilement.
These are children under 15 years who have been,
sexually abused
by people.
In the Ashanti region?
In the Ashanti region. In the year 2015, the figure is 335. And then in 2016, it actually came to 308. And then in 2017, we had in 2016 it was 156, and then in 2017 it was 209 in the Ashanti region. Now, if you come to the
so was there an improvement, or help us with that?
Okay, so
2016 and 2015, right?
Yes, 2015 Ashanti region, 266 in 2015.
Okay.
And then in 2016, we had 156.
So there's an improvement.
There was more like an improvement.
Which is still terrible.
Which is still
that
terrible.
156 young girls are being sexually abused.
Children under 16 years.
Right.
And then in 2017, we actually had 209. In 2017.
Okay.
So it looks like in 2016 it came down to 156, and then 2017 it went up again.
Right.
For Greater Accra region, for the years that we are looking at, 2015, 2016, 2017, Greater Accra region topped for all the years. So
okay,
for
what are
years,
the figures?
Exactly.
In 20,
let me break it down for you. Now in 2016
for Greater Accra
in 2016 for Greater Accra region, we have 308. We had 308 in 2016, and then in 2017 it shot up to 534.
Wow.
Yes, in the Greater Accra region. Now, if you come to the Eastern region, in 2016 we had 121.
Do we have the figure for Greater Accra for 2017?
Yes, 2017 Greater Accra 534.
Okay.
So in 2016, 308, and then 2017 it went up to 534.
In 2015, do we have the figure for 2015?
Yes, we have the figure for 2015. For 2015, it was 335.
Okay.
In 2015. Now, if you come to the Eastern region,
okay.
In 2016, number of cases recorded 121, and then in 2017, it shot up to 137.
137.
So from 121 in 2016 to 137 in 2017. Okay. Now, if you come to the Central region, I think
Central region is
sometime last year. Last year we had a lot of issues of defilements in the Central region. Of course, that's where.
And Central region has actually had a reputation, especially when it comes.
Exactly.
It's usually about not a reputation about rape, but it's usually about especially teenage pregnancy.
Teenage pregnancy.
Since I did my BA my BA research in 2000, somewhere in 2008 or 2009, it's been like that. So
yeah. And
what are the figures for?
I remember we traveled with the gender committee to the Central region, and the Central regional minister himself had concerns, about the increasing number of cases of defilement. Now that's where we had a story where a girl was defiled, and then she was terribly injured in that defilement.
Okay, but just so we don't mix it up. Let's finish with the Central region. What's it again? Okay,
so Central region in the year 2016 we had 146 cases, and then in 2017 it shot up to 176. So 2016 146, 2017 it went up to 176.
Okay, which other region is there?
In the Volta region, in 2016 we had 180, and then in 2017 it came down to 166. And then in Western region, 2016 it was 149, and then 2017 149. Brong-Ahafo region 75 in 2016, and then in 2017 it came down to it went up from 75 to 132 in 2017. In the Northern region, 38 in 2016, and then 50 in 2017.
Okay.
Upper East region seemed to have the lowest. In 2016, they recorded 16 cases of defilement, and then in 2017 they had 25. And then Upper West, we have 20 in 2016, and then 15 in 2017. But it is important to note that these are reported cases.
That's a very instructive point to make.
And anytime
these are reported cases. So what it means is that there are others that are not reported, others that don't get to authorities at all.
Yeah.
And this is scary.
Exactly, and that's been the concern for a lot of stakeholders and a lot of interest groups.
So, what have they been telling you? You've spoken to them.
Exactly. They're saying that although we have these figures and we are working with these figures as reported cases, we also have to be concerned about the cases that go unreported, the ones that happen in the hinterlands where where, I mean, it doesn't get to see the light of the day, where people are just given a pittance of, let's say, 10 Ghana cedis, and they choose not to, you know, follow up with these issues. The recent one that reported of the girl, the 9-year-old girl who was sexually abused. That, right? Exactly. There's an update. Yesterday, the teacher was actually jailed 3 years, and he's supposed to pay an amount of 20,000 Ghana cedis to cater for the medical bills of this girl. But the one concern that was raised was that when the issue came up initially, the family of the victim said the suspect actually tried to convince them to actually settle the issue at home. It had to take the resolve and the commitment of the grandfather of this girl to say that no, we need to follow this issue to its logical conclusion.
And so that is what usually happens in these cases.
So they get swept under the carpet, and then nothing, you know, is done about it. Yeah.
Maxwell, thank you very much. These are quite scary. And you see, you get the figures, 156, 209. And there's a very interesting trend where it goes up in a certain year. The next year, it goes up by a few numbers. And then the next year, in 2017, like it just shoots up, boom, like that. So you don't really know what's happening.
I think we didn't even talk about conviction. Because one of the issues that came up today...
The report has that as well? Okay.
No, it doesn't have that.
Okay.
One of the issues that came up when I was talking to the executive director of the Human Rights Advocacy Center today, she was telling me that, I mean, we have these figures. One, we should be concerned about the unreported cases. We should also be concerned about the rate of conviction. How many people of these reported cases are even convicted? You know, because there are instances where police officers would go to the court and they'll go on the wrong charge. Sometimes they go on the charge of defilement when there was no penal, you know, penetration. And then judge would say, no, you don't have the evidence. You don't have the evidence to prove a case of defilement. So we are unable to, you know, prosecute.
And the person goes free.
Scot-free. Sometimes they are unable to produce the necessary evidence to, you know, to convict these people.
Based on
the
charges.
suspects walk about, you know, freely. So two key things we need to be concerned about: the unreported cases and the conviction rate. Which is what's
supposed to be deterrent and stop people from doing this. 157, 209. Now, if I put this together, that's going to be a lot. I'm going to run into about that. What's the total? You have the total?
So in the year 2015, we had 1,630 cases of defilement. Well, 2015.
So we're looking at thousands, and these are figures, but these figures represent children, your children, your friends' children, your family members' children. These are human beings who are being sexually abused. Maxwell, we leave it here. These are usually conversations that are quite depressing, so we leave it there. Maxwell, thank you very much for bringing us up to speed. But these are issues that we need to confront as a nation and deal with it head on.